So, apparently, here starts the second part of Return to Ivali's quest. In Kugani, you can take the bridge past. And here is the quest with Lina Merilla. So let's see. Okay, so now, in order to get to the vessel, let's talk to the gate guard. Proceed to airship landing. Yep. And let's talk to the shuttle pilot over here. Yep, board the Prima Vista. Okay. Jude, Lady Mirilla, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Sharlayan, and I thought it only right that you be present to hear her findings. To be frank, summoning Mikoto was more Yashtola's idea. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on this mystery. I am Mikoto of House Jimba, a Domant. Though my ears in Sharlayan have made me a stranger here, you must be Jude Icarus, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. This is like the Game of Thrones. This is what Gendry says to Jon Snow. Oh, anyway, let's proceed. That was cute. What is this? Let us speak of the crystal. The Ortius, one of but many Orisite shards that aided noble Delita's rise to regent. Oh. My apologies. The Ortius is no ordinary crystal, even discounting its obvious historical importance. The specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies. It is rather an ethereal lodestone whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency and RR-type harmonic vibrations has been observed to promote ethereal amplification. The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPR's waves that, instead of radiating outward with the determinate factor of this vessel, instead resonate inward. At a frequency so labored, my estimates place the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries. Though I must admit I lack sufficient variates to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment. She's smart. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try again, this time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. My apologies, I merely thought. Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simple explanation will. Simpler, right. Ether is not only the building block of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena and can be measured as such. Unlike most crystals, which only can emit elemental energies, Auracite is tuned not only to absorb ether, but ether specific to the immaterial. That ether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Well, that's better. Try again. um, well, under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted upon the auracite and stored until fermentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest. Like a primal. Fermentation? What my studious young friend here is trying to say is that the Otius takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. I could use that. Yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal. That is it. There being one marked difference. Primal summoning requires a supplemental energy source, such as a hoard of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve as its own source of power. We know from the Jurai papers that Argas was never king of Ivalis. He was slain in battle during the War of the Lions. Yet Argas encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession, realizing his desire to rule. I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argath who uttered them, but the Auracite itself. What? If the Drorai papers are accurate, Argas was a weak and petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into the abomination we, should put to the sword. Then you are saying the crystal could prove a threat? The Auracite, Alma. And not necessarily. Ramza seemed to fare well enough. There is no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifact he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. To paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galvas' justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to the manufacture of arms. Where, after all, was the harm of it if it allowed him to bring order to the three great continents? You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitech, are products of science and not nature, that they were created by someone to. But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat? That's what you have to find out. Now, that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend to elsewhere. Fear not, however, Mikoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. Hmm, what I don't understand is if the Duma was imprinted with Arga's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Otius? I had the self-same question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes, the vessel was empty. Empty? But what of the voices I heard? Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Hamza, why won't you? Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma? Our resident voice of dissent. You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries above your family's calling? No, I would never. You would never. Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two shoes, and this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. What is the muggle doing there? Is it a crystal? Your side? Do you speak? So cute. Okay, let's speak to the muggle. Wait, storage mode. Let's see. Okay. I was just checking. Let's talk to the muggle. So, am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops ranks can wait until all have said their piece, Kipau. Gods, get this Mont Blanc? The name is Mont Blanc, denizen of Dalmascus Desert, seeker of thrills, adventure extraordinaire. But you may call me Mont Blanc, Kipau. Dalmasca has long been known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh, the Banga, and the Viera might live in relative harmony with the higher, Elezen, and others. Yet there is no record of a prominent Mughal population. Most likely because we are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises, Kipau. A Moogle?
Of course I'm a Moogle, Kupo. You'd think your adorable wings and the fluffy palm would have given it away. Now, about my admission to the Majestic.
I will allow no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theatre company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination board the Prima Vista in the first place? Oh, he's not an abomination. By means of his wings, were I to guess. As for his admission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites, do you? No, father. Very well then, Mont Blanc. What is exactly that calls you to the stage, our stage?
What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Kupo. Never before have I witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, well, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special. Something positively transcendental, Kupo. It was then that I realized I either had to be a part of it, or go to my grave a bitter and broken Moogle.
What?
Hetty, how did you...
Oh.
Perhaps you'd have more success at running away if you didn't reveal your grand designs to every fool you happen to meet, Kupo. Was it not but 20 nights ago you took up the axe, Kupo? Now here you are professing your passion for the stage before carving even a single notch in your past. Do you not remember? To he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread. But how is one to save a sad buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accuse me of giving up when I merely came to the realization of that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course could I reach my final destination, Kupo. And that destination is what, Mummer? Are you sure it is not geomancer? Arithmetician? Templar? Do not bother answering, Kupo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come cockcrow. That is where you are mistaken, Huddy. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of the leader was made for me. Made for me, Kupo.
Kupo, enough! The actors in our company trained at the Empire's finest institutes. They represent the pinnacle of the profession not only in Garlemald, but across the entire world. A vagrant bat-mole like you could never hope to share a stage with such artists, let alone play the part of a hero like Delita. You yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beast. How do you imagine you would fare against a pack of theatre critics? Any troupe would need proof of failure before it could even consider.
Craven! Call me a cheat and call me cur, but do not, sir, call me craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by my own hand, and the Majestic Theatre Company will accept me into its rank, Kupo.
Wait, I should know such.
You are all here witnesses, Kupo. When I return with the head of a terrible beast in my gore-stained hands, you will be honor bound to welcome me, Mont Blanc the Mummer, into the fabled ranks of the Majestic. Good day. Wonderful. What do we do now?
What do? We do nothing. If that Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of a stampeding zoo, I will not stand in his way. I believe the proper term of derogation is Mobat, and I should warn you, Muggles do not take kindly to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you learn nothing from Arga's wretched example? Montblanc would never have set off on his full errand had you not made the challenge. If anything befalls my brother, his blood will be on your hands. Jude, you are the only one among us capable of locating Montblanc and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, I beg your assistance. Really? Speak with her, Dee. My brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters. Thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and his companions, Montblanc would likely choose the scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth, meaning Rabanastre, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let's go find the Moogle. That's a huge dragon head. And a claw over there. Okay. Let's exit. So Pier 2. Alright. Let's speed things up. It's trying to locate it from here, but okay. There he is. The both of them. Oh, they got him. Glittering basin. Let me check the map. Okay. So, flying mount. Let's go. Let's find that crazy Moogle. Montblanc. I'm glad this quest includes Muggles. They're always funny and adorable. So that's good. I enjoy that. Alright. I'm not trying to fly any higher. Trying to fly faster. Though it's not possible. So through here, right? Let me check the map. Yep. Okay. Yangxia. Let's proceed. Glittering Basin. It's not the one with the trees. Is this a new quest or just something I missed? Okay. Let's see if I don't forget to come here with my Paladin. Paladin, no, the Dark Knight. It's the only one that I haven't. Level 70, still at level 60. So I'll have to work on it eventually. Not that excited about Paladin, well, because I don't like tanking. Well, okay, we're almost there. Starting to wonder. Oh, and there's something else here. Must be the new tribe quest. Probably. But I'm not gonna do that right now unless this is. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Something else. It's a new tribe quest. It's not what I want. So let's search for Mont Blanc. I'm assuming he's not, underwater, right? The glittering basin. Oh, I was just trying to help. Seriously, I'm doing something else right now. I'm just trying to find a Moogle. There are a lot of people here. Is this Mughal related or not really? Seriously? Where could it be? I am at the right place. Could it be over there where the chocobos are? Where nothing pops up? Let's try something else. Flying mount. Let me try over it. And what about here? Nope. No. Let me go around this. Nope. And what about on top of this? Oh, it's not in the area. Hidden here? No. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, I have to be careful. Uh-oh. Too many people doing this at the same time. Too many chocobos. Yeah. So what now? I don't even know which of them are my chocobos. Let me say thank you. Okay, let's try to do this. Okay, so I found Mont Blanc. I'm trying to kill off the chocobos. Oh, let's run. So I have already found him. Okay, let me try it with this. Let me try to help him. Since they helped me a lot. Oh, seriously? They won't stop coming. Seriously, I am trying to speak to with Mont Blanc, but they keep on popping, keep on spawning, they keep on coming. Okay.
Mom, what were you thinking? Both Tardy and Ramza were right all along. I am a failure, a flop, a flating, flapping, foppish failure, Kubal. How could I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird? The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish I am.
You're never alone in a battlefield.
Never alone? So you're saying you'll always be there for me? For Mont Blanc?
I think he was speaking metaphorically. Oh, he agrees. Cool. So return to Prima Vista. I was trying to help Mimi, but so I bowed to the red chocobo and bid farewell to it. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so let's return to Kugani. Hey, hey. So let's return to the Prima Vista. Gate guard. and enter. There they are, safe and sound. Oh, that's no good. Please, this ship is a place of peace. Release my sister or you'll answer to me. When the cat's away. But that terrible thing, Ramza. You're not helping matters. Put that thing down. You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father? Who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never. Silence, Ramza. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. So what now? This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the aura site. After being emptied of Argar's will, the Dhamma sought that of another to sate his appetite for ether. Not his body, no. Only his soul. Oh, yeah, that makes things a lot better. Tell me, what in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? Why waste your brass reasoning with these lizards? They show themselves for the beasts they are when they put a knife to your throat.
First mole bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison.
Your failings? What? What happened? Nalbina. Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the Fourth Legion proved a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmas and Morale, and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Oh, Vesla. A twin? I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred towards invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bahagaman is little different from that which drove Argoth. Self-same emotions that work to nourish the Duma. The Duma. She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster. Or rather, more of one. What they say is true. If we do not find Bagaman and the Duma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. Really? Is this Dalmascan?
Indeed it is. It says Ridorana.
There is a place on the Walnut Sea, far to the south of Rabanastre, where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw, more than a mile across, the Ridorana Cataract. Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many scholars seeking to prove otherwise have descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not a one has returned. So now what? Okay, let's carry on. Sure. Hmm. There's few so loath to take their rest than ventures without a quest, for shorn of work to give them worth, they soon become a source of mirth. Adventure will find me in time. Oh, but it has, my friend, it has. My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, that you are the man to speak to. I find his philanthropic compulsion fascinating, and so, in the interest of research into my next play, let's say, I seek to put that compulsion to the test. Assuming you are game, of course. Bring me a bottle of wine. What? Ah, but not just any wine. Make it rose themed and make it Eosian. I feel my fill of the bitter blends offered here in the East. Where to start? If only there were some port where thirsty Eosians went for their wine. Wine port. Port and wine. You would surely be there speaking with its foremost blind Lalafell vintner, and not here with me. Okay, on to wine port. Really, this is for the Ridorana, the Return to Ivalice quest. Really, getting wine. Okay. Oh, this is a cute dress. Very cool. So, wine port. So I don't know if I'll have time to actually do the raid tonight. This quest, the quests actually several leading to it seem pretty long, like the previous one, and now we have this one, fetching wine. So let's see if at least we do all the quests leading to the raid. Oh, long time no see.
Soy and spice, sprinkle with a little soupçon of the steppe. You have travelled far, my friend. What is it you seek here in wine port? A rose-themed wine. You'd be hard-pressed to find a wine that did not display some hint of rose, so we can assume that your client has not referring to a desired bouquet. Perhaps a name, or a label, or a bottle, yes. I seem to recall a certain vintage rosé sold in crystal bottles with a single red rose on the label. Alas, I have nothing as rare amongst my personal stock. As for who might, well, there's always Berglian, I suppose.
Where is he? Inside. I haven't been to Wineport in such a long time. This guy here, the big one. Ha! Only an uncultured fool would select a wine based solely on its bottle. Not that your client would have the palate to properly appreciate its depth and complexity, but let us dispense with the pretense. You are the fool in question. And do not bother to deny it. A fool has aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes and still not amass the wealth required to purchase even an empty bottle. It's not for him. Oh, price is no object, is it? Ha! Even if I believed you, and I do not, I have a reputation to uphold as a vintner and viticulturist. Were my clients to learn I was peddling the choice of my collection to the likes of you, they would never do business with me again. What a jerk. Bah! All right. Just to see the back of you, I shall do you the kindness of directing your steps onto one who might take pity on your plight, assuming he does not find amusement in it. Master Jeruju of Costa del Sol, but do not tell him I sent you. Okay, so we'll keep on traveling. Costa del Sol. Jeruju. 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 Okay, let's talk to the level. He must be sunbathing as usual. It's always sunny here. Well, most of the time. Jude, it is always a pleasure, and I do mean that. My ladies inform me you come inquiring after a bottle of Sud Vianja, but I told them they must be mistaken. Not even you would be foolish enough to think you could. Oh, you are serious. Dude, you do realize one could purchase an entire estate in mist for the price of a single bottle, or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles of Sud Vianja I have in my collection. Now, I am not an unreasonable man. Let none say the venerable Gigiruju or Jijiruju does not value a friendship as deep as the one you and I have forged. So, in my boundless generosity, I offer you the opportunity for a trade. A bottle of vintage Sud Vianja for a mere magnum of fine Dalmatian. Never heard of this stuff? And I thought I was talking to a fellow connoisseur. I pity the poor vintner back in Winepool who will have to educate you. Until then, my friend, the offer stands. Right. So, I'll have to return to Wineport. Wineport it is! They're talking about wine and I'm drinking my tea. A lot healthier. Okay. Back and forth, back and forth. First Sud Vianja and now Dalmascan wine. Might I interest you in aged Lamington Red instead? I'm afraid not. No, I thought not. Well, then you have your work cut out for you. There was a time Dalmascan wine was fairly easy to procure, even here in Villebran, but that was before the Empire raised the better part of the kingdom, vineyards and all. If there are any surviving bottles, it would be those that were exported before the Imperial invasion, over 30 summers past. Though I've not encountered any in a decade or more, either at auction or in private hands. Collectors are covetous creatures. If one were to have somehow acquired a bottle, there is little chance he would willingly part with such a treasure, which leaves only those brought over by the few Dalmascan refugees who fled to Eorzea. Dressed? Where is dressed? Who is dressed? Seriously. Let me get a mount. It's the same one. My power, my pleasure, my pain. Kissed by a Rose. That's from Kissed by a Rose from Basil. Oh, really? It's like I was reading this. It's like this sounds, this rings a bell. It sounds like something I know. So it's from this Phil song. Oh boy. Kissed by a Rose. Why can't we proceed through here? Oh, yes, we can. Okay. Let's go around it. Let's jump a little bit. Oh, was the one in that a cabin sort of thing? Okay, this is it. Can't sleep, don't let me. The midges won't let me. They buzz and they scream. Okay, I have to soothe him. Soothe. I know you. You were here before. You sent away the midges. They came back though. They always come back. They mock me. Tell me I can never go home. I just want to go home. I cannot stand here anymore. Comfort. He really is a mess. Wine. My wife loved wine. We would drink a glass of Valens every night before sunset. She would always keep the cork. I always thought that odd. What good is a cork? Toss it in a midden heap along with a bottle, I'd say, but she... Search nearby for an empty wine bottle. No. Nearby, so... This is still a large area. It could be up here. Okay. Maybe under the house? Oh, yeah. It's here. Oh, I have to take it back to... Okay, teleport to Wineport. Teleport to Wineport. Okay. So you have brought me an empty bottle. Ah, but what is this? The cork remains in place. That is most fortunate. If an adequate seal was made, there may still be traces of the wine within, may I? Mm-hmm. Flamboyant yet elegant, a thought-provoking blend of cocoa beans and cinnamon. Just a hint of... is that rosemary? A veritable kaleidoscope of both opulence and refinement. A true connoisseur. Hmm. What is Hancock doing there? He's a con artist too, Hancock. Ah! Really? Okay, back to Casa del Sol. Long time ago, I used to have Costa del Sol set up as my home because it was a relaxing place. Hmm. Oh boy. Let's see. So forth. Oh, and he got the bottle. Oh, the bottles are so cute. Hmm. Okay, so Chikagani once again. Yep, I was still thinking about that line from the Game of Thrones that they used. I thought you'd be taller. I totally. I think it's very funny when they mixed up different universes in Final Fantasy XIV, like the stick them with a pointy end, which is also from Game of Thrones. I think that's really funny. I hope they continue to do that. It adds up to the game, I think. It's a little wink wink. Okay, let's hand him the bottle of wine. So, is he pleased? A bottle of a vintage Sud Vianjan. You never cease to amaze. But what is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary of the day I met my dear wife. And if there was one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Would that you were here today too. Oh. Ah, but I jest. My wife is very much alive, in fact. What? What a jerk. She's been here with us all along. Darling, would you care to join us? Ah, really? For me? How thoughtful. But did you forget the most important gift of all? Of course not. What? A haircut? The change clothes? Is he cooking? Is he crafting, Oh, bacon bread, a perfect companion to a perfect wine for my perfect companion. Ah, that's sweet. He's a culinarian as well. That played out better than I imagined. I suppose I have you to thank adventure. Though it was the bacon bread that sealed the. Yes, it's that principal geometer here calling. Perhaps he's made some progress with his research and requires your assistance. You had best not keep him waiting. Okay, so we've got another quest. Is it the last one that leads to the raid? Okay. World map orchestration row. Let's see. Ridorana is the name of both a massive gap in the southern Walnut Sea and a lighthouse once manned by the Royal Dalmascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the cataract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower has lain empty since its candlekeepers abandoned their posts after the fall of Rabanastre. But if Father Sirius offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers. Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties with evolution legend. A cursory examination of the Zodiac Brave story reveals no mention of a Ridorana. Yet it seemed foolish to assume that a name could not change in the centuries since the tale was writ. So I thought to cross-reference texts on modern Ilzabardian history with our translations of the Durai papers. And after an exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered that there was not a single entry on Ridorana. And while mention of the Walnut Sea was abundant, I found no reference whatsoever to any cataract or lighthouse within its waters. Rams's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there were no mystery at all? What if, at the time of the Lita's rise, the chasm did not exist? There is more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. So, speak with Ramza. The Ridorana Lighthouse lies far from civilization. It would be wise to provision for the trip here in Higashi. So I'm assuming this will allow me to go to enlist in Duty Finder, but let's see. Of course, another cutscene. My power, my pleasure, my pain. Wow. Oh, there it is. It does seem familiar. I actually just played Final Fantasy XII for the first time last year, so the Zodiac Age was the first time I get to play it, as I didn't own a PS2. It's a challenging dungeon. Something is very wrong here. Mayhap it is best if we split our fellowship into two parties. One to delve into the tower's depth, and one to observe from afar. As acting expedition sub-leader, I appoint you captain of the first. Ha! You may use this spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. How kind, he's so kind, so brave. Oh, Ramza, little coward. Obnoxious little coward. Use the spyglass to search for Pavemon. This location appears to offer an adequate view. Climb up and scan the area for any sign of backgammon. Okay, rotate. Okay, zoom in, zoom out. Oh, what's this? No. Okay, let's start from... Okay, from here. I'm not very good at finding stuff like this. Hmm. What? Oh, here it is. It's not him. It's someone else. And here's the Moogle. Oh dear. Okay, these are my companions. So, that's not it. Oh boy. Oh. It was right here. Near the center. Getting ready to enter the tower, I think. The lighthouse. Doesn't look like a lighthouse to me, it's more like a tower, but hey. Is he sick? Or hurt? Uh-oh. He's hallucinating. Oh? My audience with a princess. The Duma! Oh, Mont Blanc, what will you do?
It was Sim Capel. It's showing him what he wants to see.
And he wants to see enemies? Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh boy. Someone stop him. Oh, that's not good. Gunfire? Oh. Taurus. What is he doing? That light! Where have I seen it before? Oh no. And he rises once again. He's possessed. Oh, he's like a monster now. Oh dear. What? He must be inside Ridorana. Whatever you are doing, you need to leave the lighthouse right away. Right away, do you hear? have to say, Mont Blanc? I lost the will to fight. Of course you did. It is as we feared, and Backgammon's soul is lost. Let me just use chapel orchestrion roll. Father, is now not the time to abandon this quest. We are meddling with forces beyond. Enough, Alma. We adults are talking. While Jude was searching for the lizard, I inspected an area of exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. And you were right, Father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what can only be the clockwork city of Gook. Clockwork City? The what-work city of who? According to the Zodiac Brave story, the clockwork city of Gook was a metallic metropolis where iron airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, save that it was far away. While the Jurai papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that the land upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited, an inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Which led me to ask myself, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that still would not explain the omission of the cataract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so preeminent a landmark had it existed. And then I found it, a lone passage regarding Gook's fall. While the particulars were missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion left half of it in ruin. I believe that this explosion may have undermined a portion of the seabed. It need only have been a small area at first, one that could well have gone unnoticed during the exodus. As time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away at the rock, slowly widening the gap until we have what lies beneath us today. This would explain why there is no mention of Ridorana prior to the present era. Come, Father, will you not tell him the rest of the possibility that we Gallians are descended in part from the displaced citizens of Goop? It would explain how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allegon technology. And it may also explain why the legend of Ivalice has resonated with our people for centuries, despite the fact that the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we can tell, in quite a different corner of the world. An interesting, if somewhat ambitious theory, but to return to your original claim, it is your belief that the Ridorana Lighthouse stands atop what is left of